Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're diving into a really clever tool that tackles a problem I'm pretty sure every single one of us has faced at some point. All right, let's get into it.
You know the feeling, right? That bright white, empty slide, the little blinking cursor just mocking you. You have to create this whole professional, engaging presentation, but you're starting from absolute zero. It's tough. Doesn't matter if you're a student or a CEO. But what if you had a co-pilot for that whole process?
Well, that's exactly what this project is all about. It's called PPT Maker, and it's built from the ground up to be that AI assistant, the one that can take you from a blank page to a finished presentation in literally minutes. So what is this thing really? Well, at its heart, PPT Maker is a smart Python application. You just feed it a simple text prompt, could be a topic, an idea, anything, and it uses a local AI model, one running right on your own machine, to spit out a complete, fully structured PowerPoint. Just like that, the blank page problem is solved. And listen, this is way more than just some basic script. It is packed with professional-grade features. Of course, you've got the AI content and different slide layouts, but it also has a command line interface and an API for developers. That means you can automate it or even plug it into other systems. This thing is a seriously robust tool. So how does it actually pull this off? How does the magic happen? Let's take a quick peek under the hood because the process is actually super straightforward, but really effective. It really just boils down to these 3 steps. First, you give it your topic. Simple enough. Second, an open-source AI framework called Llama gets to work, thinking about that topic and generating all the content. You know, the titles, the bullet points, all of it. And finally, a handy Python library takes all that raw content and neatly assembles it into a polished PowerPoint file that you can open right up. And you know, the way the code itself is structured is just as smart. It's all broken down into these clean, separate pieces. You've got one part that talks to the AI, another that actually builds the slides, and a main controller that manages the whole show. That kind of clean design, that's the sign of some really thoughtful engineering.
Okay, but the tool's real power goes way beyond just its basic function. It was clearly designed for how people would actually use it in the real world, which gives you a ton of flexibility.
For example, you're not just stuck with some little 3-slide summary. Nope. You can actually configure this thing to generate up to 20 unique slides from a single prompt. I mean, think about that. That's enough for a pretty substantial report or even a full lecture. And check this out. This shows you how reliable it is. What if the AI isn't running or something goes wrong? It doesn't just crash and burn. Instead, a really clever fallback mode kicks in to make sure you still get a presentation. The point is, you can actually count on it to work, which is huge. The AI tech is cool, for sure. It's fantastic. But what we're about to talk about, this, in my opinion, is the real game changer for this project. It's not just about what the tool does, but about who can actually use it. And this is the core idea right here. I mean, look, building a cool tool for other developers is one thing, but engineering that tool so that anybody can use it, no matter their technical skill, that is a whole different level. And PPT Maker pulls this off with 4 totally different ways you can use it. First up, for the everyday individual user on Windows, you've got the standalone app. The whole program is just bundled up into one single file you can click on. Seriously, you just download it, double-click it, and run it. That's it. It is the absolute simplest way to get from zero to a finished presentation. No messy installation, no fuss.
But what if you're working with a team? Well, for that, you can deploy the tool as a web app so anyone can get to it just using their browser.
This is perfect for collaboration. You just share a URL and everybody on the team can use it, whether they're on a Mac, a PC, whatever. Now, for those times when you might need to work offline, there's the portable package. This thing bundles the entire application and all its dependencies into a single folder. You can literally just drop this on a flash drive, take it anywhere, and run it without needing any internet at all. It's a fantastic all-in-one solution. And finally, for the biggest scale of all, there's the enterprise solution, deploying it to a company's internal cloud. This basically turns PPT Maker into a secure, centrally managed tool that can be rolled out to an entire organization through their internet. So, when you step back and look at the whole picture, the smart AI, the powerful features, and especially those super accessible deployment options, what's the big takeaway here? It's this. PPT Maker is more than just a presentation tool. It's a perfect example of where AI development is headed. It's not just about writing powerful code anymore.
It's about thoughtfully building solutions that bridge the gap between really complex technology and the everyday people who need to use it. It's a blueprint for making automation practical and accessible.
And that kind of leaves us with a really fascinating thought, doesn't it? This project applied that idea to presentations, but the principle could apply to, well, anything. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. What if the next tedious task on your to-do list, that report, that email summary, that data analysis, could be automated just as easily? What would you build then?